Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Brokers and Analysts Conference of Sugs Lloyd Limited to discuss the upcoming SME IPO. Before we proceed with today's call, we will start with playing the corporate video of Sugs Lloyd Limited. Thank you.
India is powering ahead to become the third largest economy by 2030. Electrifying possibilities is India's power transmission and distribution sector, which is projected to reach a revenue of $37.6 billion by 2030, driven by the need to integrate 500 gigawatt of renewable energy and meet a rapidly growing electricity demand. The market presents opportunities in building new transmission lines, upgrading substations, and modernizing distribution networks to create a resilient, smart grid. The investment are pouring in from the public sector, the central and state governments into grid infrastructure to support renewable energy, smart metering, and decentralized solutions. This offers a vast opportunity for reputed industry players. Sugs Lloyd Limited has been at the forefront of technology-driven engineering and construction for over 16 years. The company has evolved from its beginnings in outage management systems and electrical EPC to become a multi-product EPC unit with strong expertise in solar energy. The company is promoted by Mrs. Preeti Shah, Managing Director with over 16 years of multi-sector experience, and Mr. Santosh Kumar Shah, Chairperson with more than 20 years in the electrical distribution industry. Industry veteran Mr. Satyakam Basu heads operations as the Chief Executive Officer, backed by a team of 206 people comprising professionals across engineering, law, finance, project execution, and compliance domains. Sugs Lloyd service offerings span multiple verticals including solar EPC, electrical EPC, civil EPC, and manpower solutions. In financial year 2025, solar EPC and electrical EPC together accounted for 85% of the company's revenues. The company has successfully executed projects for NTPC, Tata Power, Bihar Renewable Energy Development Agency, Delhi Police Housing Corporation, and multiple state power utilities. As of March 2025, it holds orders worth over 412 crore rupees, reflecting strong business visibility. Besides, states of Bihar and Odisha together accounted for 80% of revenues in financial year 2025, while top 5 of the company's clients accounted for 70% of its revenues. The company only caters to the public sector, ensuring a robust entry barrier. Riding on its preparation meeting opportunity belief, Sugs Lloyd reported revenues of 176.2 crore rupees in financial year 2025, with a PAT margin of 9.5%. The company's EBITDA margin stood at 14.7% with an EPS of rupees 10.32. Riding on its core strengths of on-time project delivery, financial independence, strong vendor networks, in-house design capabilities, and a young dynamic workforce, the company is now focusing on optimizing resource utilization, improving operational efficiencies, and expanding its services to new regions and markets. The next growth chapter in the company's journey is its proposed IPO. The company is going public on BSE SME Exchange, offering a fresh issue of 69.64 lakh equity share of rupees 10 each with a price band of 117 to 123 rupees. The company is raising funds for meeting working capital requirements and for general corporate purposes. 3Dimension Capital Services Limited is the book running lead manager to the issue. It's time to switch on the new chapter. It's time to energize the possibilities. It's time to light up the future. It's time for Sugs Lloyd.
Thank you. Let us begin with the introductions. We have with us today Mr. Santosh Kumar Shah, Promoter, Chairperson, and Non-Executive Director, Mr. Satyakam Basu, Chief Executive Officer, and Mr. Vicky Kumar, Chief Financial Officer. Three Dimension Capital Services Limited are the broking running leader manager for the issue, and Mr. Pankaj Khaitan, Chairman, Three Dimension Capital Services Limited, is also present on the call with us. At this moment, all participants are in listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question and answer session. At that time, you may click on the Q&A tab to ask a live question. Please note that this conference is being recorded. Founded in 2009, Sugs Lloyd Limited operates in the renewable energy sector with a primary focus on solar energy, electrical transmission and distribution, and civil EPC projects. The company provides a wide range of services, including the development of power transmission and distribution infrastructure, construction of power substations, and the renovation, upgrading, and modification of existing power systems. The company deals with the state government power utilities, private power entities, and renewable energy developers. The company bags project work from government utilities through opening bidding processes and from private power entities and renewable energy developers by way of open bidding or preferential business basis in accordance with the company's merit and performance. The company is an ISO 9001-2015 certified organization for quality management system, ISO 14001 for environmental management system, ISO 27001-2013 for information security management system, and ISO 45001-2018 for occupational health and safety management system. Sugs Lloyd Limited is now looking at raising funds through the IPO route for funding working capital requirements of the company. The IPO will comprise a fresh issue of 69,64,000 equity shares with a face value of rupees 10 through the book building route. The issue will open on Friday, August 29 to 2025. The anchor book opened today, that is on Thursday, August 28, 2025, and the issue will conclude on Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. The company will be listed on the BSE SME platform. The price band for the issue has been fixed at rupees 117 to 123 per share. I would now like to request Mr. Santosh Kumar Shah, promoter, chairperson, and non-executive director, to give his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Darwin. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Darwin has already introduced me, so I will straight away jump to what I would like to share with you. I would like to tell you what used to happen and how we have come into existence. I'm sure majority of us who have joined this presentation are from metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and all. Now, we do not see power cuts in our daily life. It's not so often now. Once in a while it happens, but it's not so often. Earlier, these power cuts were very frequent. If you see it, if you say 10 years or maybe 12 years down the line, these power cuts were quite often. What was the reason for those power cuts? This failure in these power electrical lines, electrical grids, 11 kV transmission lines, 33 kV transmission lines. So they had some fault, and that used to get us power breakdown and all those things. So now in metros the situation has improved, but in a rural area the situation remains same. A consumer in a rural area, many times they face electricity cut up to 12 hours also. Now, what is the reason for these electric cuts? It was, again, as I said, some kind of fault occurring in the transmission lines. Believe me, friends, finding these faults in electrical lines is a Herculean task for utilities. It's just like finding a needle in a haystack. Distribution utilities, they spent enormous amount on finding certain technologies and ways how to reduce this outage time, how they can locate those electrical faults promptly. It was a big pain area for utilities till 2009, 10, or 8. At that point, we came into existence, Sugs Lloyd company. That was the reason why we started this entire business. I myself am an automation engineer, whereas I have worked with Halliburton in Texas and then came back to India and started this concept of loop automation and fault passage indicators. Now, these fault passage indicators we brought in 2008, and fault passage indicator, these are the fault passage indicators you can see. These are devices which gets clamped over the conductor, and then these devices they communicate with a data concentrator unit which is mounted on the pole, and these DCU, we call it DCU, communicates with the SCADA system of distribution utility, and these FPIs are able to locate fault with a precision of a few meters, half meters or something like that, and they give GPS coordinate of the fault to the lineman, to the entire system, to the command control center of discoms. So that is the use of these FPIs. Now once they are able to identify the location of fault, the lineman or the repair guys, they can go and they can immediately repair the electrical system, and electricity gets restored. So that is the solution we brought into. Uh, when we came into existence, operated, either this technology was not present in India or it was monopolized by companies like Siemens and Schneider. And they were also not very serious about promoting that technology because this technology is a bit expensive uh, as per Indian utilities standards and their financial, budgets. So we kept on promoting this. Slowly, we saw private entry into electricity distribution business, like Tata took over the discom in Odisha. Then there are many other states which got, privatized. Later on, Tata in Delhi also, they also understood the benefit of these products, and we started getting some kind of a attraction from them. They got to know the benefit and they started using in their system. Slowly, now all the utilities, every state discom is having a flavor of this product. What is going to, how these products are going to contribute or improve their revenue. So they understood, and it is being welcomed everywhere. So that's how we started. And along with these, we also were providing these utilities smart switches, extra high voltage smart switches, automation equipments. These were called auto reclosers and sectionalizers. Now these sectionalizers were also they were not just locating the fault, but they used to isolate the faulty area and restore the electricity within milliseconds. Today, sitting in metros, we don't see any, or we don't see much power cuts. The reason is not that there is no power fault occurring in the line. Power fault occurs today also, but because of these switches, these smart devices, it gets restored within milliseconds. So that is why any interruption, it gets unnoticed. It goes unnoticed. So this was the technology which we brought into. We started with, and majority of our customers has been state utilities. We have been working with them, and during the journey, what we realized that there is not enough business at that point in time for these products. They were doing revenue, but the revenue was not so good. So we entered into creation of grids for those discoms. We started constructing those power substations, 33 by 11 kV substations. We constructed 11 kV lines, 33 kV lines, distribution substations, all kind of electrical work we started doing for discoms on a total turnkey basis. That is from design till final installation, testing and commissioning. and in certain cases maintaining it also for certain portion. So that was the business we came into, and then we went into solar. So primarily, if you see, we work as a dual engine model. First engine is we are providing our solutions and products in electrical transmission and distribution sector, where we are having a product also where we are competing with global giants like Siemens and Schneider. I would like to take pride in saying these FPIs, we are having or we are commanding more than 50% of the market share today, despite presence of these global giants. It is because of our customization capabilities. It is because of our technical know-how. So that was product, and electrical transmission and distribution. We were doing all kind of turnkey projects for discoms. I'll say we have been considered as one of the top execution agencies for whichever discom we have worked so far, and that is it can be very well made out by the kind of repeat orders which we have been getting from those discoms. Majority of the discoms today, if you say, we have entered and then we have been executing continuously, and parallelly there are many orders which are under execution. For example, one of the utility in Bihar, North Bihar Power Distribution Company Limited, we may be having more than 7 to 8 parallel contracts under execution with them. So that demonstrates the kind of execution excellence which we are having. Since we were providing all these services in transmission and distribution sector, these state officials are common for electrical T&D and solar also. So they only insisted us, why not we should start uh, providing our services for solar vertical. That is the point when we entered into contract with government of Bihar to install solar rooftop plants on all the government buildings in Bihar. And we started with Bihar, then we signed similar contract with Punjab. We have signed in Delhi, we have signed in Maharashtra, and then we are continuing in in Indian Railways. We signed certain contracts and we are executing. So in solar, now solar is our dual engine, the second engine. In solar, we are uh, you know executing the projects. We are taking care of everything, starting from design, planning, procurement of material like modules, everything, installing, testing, commissioning, and then maintaining it for 5 years also. So that is also a part of contract. Now, we set up a very good example there also. Our execution excellence came into play and it benefited us. One of the example I'll say, in Bihar, once they gave us this contract for the first contract that was just for 6 megawatt. 10 agencies were, 10 companies like us were, deployed to execute around 65 megawatt of projects. Based on our execution capacities and the speed and quality, we ended up executing 22 megawatt out of 65 megawatt. So that was pure based on our skills, our execution excellence. So these are the things which we have been doing. Recently, we have started one more vertical where we are executing civil projects also. We are executing a 125 bedroom hostel building for one of the discoms. Because discom, we have been working with discoms. They know what kind of performance, what is our performance. So they are willing that we should get majority of the projects. So that's how we do. That's how that has been our performance. Now, during this entire presentation, you heard this word execution excellence many times. Now, what exactly is this execution excellence? We say it is inbuilt. It is in our DNA, and it revolves around three factors where we put a lot of emphasis. First is the process. Second is our people, and third is partners. When we say process, in EPC company, only few of the companies are having the kind of process which we have defined. For every activity, be it planning, designing, procurement, execution at site, billing, reconciliation, payment of contractors, our sales will follow up. Everything is having a clear, defined SOPs in place, and team has to work as per those SOPs. Those SOPs are not only documented, things. They have been converted into digital formats in form of softwares, which help the team to execute, to monitor such projects very effectively. For example, a person, a project manager sitting here in Noida, is able to see status of any of his projects live. The state, I mean, the status, he can know how much material is there in the store, how much has left, which category, which contractor has taken the material, how much of the material has been installed, how much has been billed, what is the WIP after billing, what is the contractor's payment status, what how much we have received. So everything, all the mapping is done on the software, and on click of a button they are able to see all those things. So these softwares has been developed over past many years based on experience what we are having, and these are customized software developed by our. These processes help us in such execution and have bringing such kind of results. Second is people. All of you will agree with us that in EPC business, we don't have machineries, we don't have plants who are working for us. It's only the human resource which contributes towards our success. And we are very serious about our human resource. We ensure that our HR department doesn't only concentrate on controlling the iteration rate, but they should also put a lot of emphasis on training of people. Learning and development is a regular practice. Is there is a weekly calendar which everyone, be it a fresher who has joined us as GT, or be it a senior vice president level person, everyone has to go through certain training as per their requirement. Not only to build, improve our efficiency, but also to bridge the skill gap which is existing in the industry. All of us, all of you must agree, will be agreeing with me, in EPC sector there is a huge skill gap which is existing. That was the second about people. Another thing I would like to say about people, we uh, we have made a very clear defined KRAs for every individual in the company, and these KRAs has been converted into numerical figures available to be, one can see their performance on live basis based on what is their score, how they are performing. Individual can take some corrective action, they can do some kind of a introspection for improving their outputs, and management can also take any corrective action if they need so. So these systems, and these are very innovative concepts, which is wherever you see most of the KRAs, these are highly subjective or a descriptive in nature, but somehow we have converted into numerical figures. So that is the people. Third is partners. Over the journey of this 15, 16 years, we have cultivated a group of contractors or a group of job workers who have worked with us, who have been working with us. They have grown with us, and today they are the kind of commitment level which we enjoy with them. We say that any project, irrespective of the location and terrain, we are able to mobilize team within 15 days. That is also one of the strength why we are able to execute such projects as per contractual timelines. In EPC project, you know, if one has mobilized the gang, mobilized the team at site in time, half of the battle has been won. So it's very critical to mobilize a team and people at site. So these are the things based on which we are able to bring such kind of output, such kind of results, which is always appreciated by the customer, in form of repeat orders, in form of various, we get a lot of preference over other agencies wherever we are working. So this was about how we started, what we do, what is our strength, and what we have done today is setting up is has made the organization to scale up multiple times. Today we may appear a small company around 170 crores last year. This year I cannot quote the figure, but our our preparation, or we are prepared to take up projects and deliver it successfully, which may be 5 times of the maximum project size which we are executing today. So that kind of preparedness is there. So this was about us. Now coming to our financial health, majority of the financial figures, I would like to leave it for my colleague Mr. Basu and Mr. Vicky to delve into. Only few things I would like to say. First is we have shown a growth of 2.7 times last year in both top line and bottom line. Uh, we are we are debt free company. We do not have any long term loan as of now. Whatever facilities we are having from the bank is in form of OD and CC limits, and these OD and CC limits are also backed by collateral given by promoters. So these are fully secured. There are certain unsecured loans also, and that is also again from the promoter side on. So as such, we can say we do not have any long-term loan and we are debt free. So this was about financials. Now coming to IPO size, our IPO size is 85.6 crores, and this IPO is not for sustenance. I would like to say this IPO we are bringing for growth. Entire proceeds which we are getting from this IPO is going to be used as working capital for future growth. 64 crores will be used as working capital, balance is um, IPO expenses and general corporate purpose. So this was a brief of what our IPO is about. Now I would like to end my presentation, and then I would like to invite Mr. Basu. I would like to, at the end, I would like to assure you that investment in Sugs Lloyd is not going to be a bet for you. It is a proven engine, and we are already moving quite fast. We invite you to power this growth and grow with us. We are also growing the same way investors. Thank you. We can
Thank
take
you,
up the
sir. I would now like to request Mr. Satyakam Basu, Chief Executive Officer, to discuss the investor presentation with everyone. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think my job is very easy because Chairman sir, most of them covered all, but I will take you to the presentation so that you can get more detail on visual level, which will of course have more impact and it will be more recall factor. Okay, so let me just go through it. So this is the glimpse of it. We are in the business for more than 16 years. We have around 200 plus people, permanent people we're talking about. There are, of course, off-road people from the contractor side. We operate on pan-India basis. We have, from the last year, we have done 176 crore, and with out of which 70% almost came from the top 5 clients. And we have a EBITDA level of around 14% and the PAT level of 9.5%. And this has been consistent over the last couple of years. This is a little bit of history. As Sir said, 2009 we started, 2015 we ventured into the electrical EPC, then we went to the solar EPC, and then we went to the civil EPC. So today we have a four line of action, four line of business: product, electrical EPC, solar EPC, and civil EPC. These are the two spirit behind the company, Mrs. Shah and Mr. Shah. They are the soul of the company, and that is how it is run. and as of today, 100% shares are owned by them pre-IPO. These are basically the board and the key management personnel that we have. All of them are highly qualified. All of them are from big companies like L&Ts and the Bajaj and the Ashoka Buildcon and all these kind of companies. We have a very serious amount of experience in the company, all from the field. This is the organization structure, which is in brief, but basically this is me on the left top. Then we have got Vicky here, who is our CFO, and Nimi, who is our company secretary, as well as the compliance officer. As I said, 4-line solar EPC, electrical EPC, including the product, the civil EPC, and some amount of manpower. The manpower is primarily deployed for the AMC, the annual maintenance, and the O&M contracts that we have. We are not a staffing company, so we do not do external staffing, but this is what we do for our own work. These are some of the marquee customers that we have. You can see all the big names from various states of Maharashtra, Bihar, Odisha, Punjab, so on, NTPC and Indian Railways, and so on and so forth. We have completed major projects across the country. We have done in Odisha, we have done in Bihar, we have done in Maharashtra, and all kind of places. Jamuna in Delhi we have done. So these are the projects which we have already completed. You can see many of them are sizable size as compared to our turnover. And we also have the ongoing projects which are going on again in Bihar and then Maharashtra, then NTPCs and the Odisha here, Himachal, so all these places. The current order in hand is 416 crore, as Sir said. And order, these are unexecuted orders. This is not the total order. These are unexecuted orders, portion of the order. There's some of the pictorial here. Most important, most not important, I think the most significant is this Howrah railway station, which is one of the oldest railway station in the country, and we did that work for this station here. And of course, there are many other places that we do. I want some more pictures for you. So as a key financial, there are many numbers here, but basic important thing is top line 55 to 65 to 176 in the last 3 years. We have maintained a PAT level of 9.5 to 10% on the operations. 2023-24 we had some extraordinary income, so the percentage may look a little high, but those are extraordinary income one time. But generally we maintain a 9.5 to 10% PAT, around 14.5 to 14.5% of EBITDA. Same thing in some pictorial form for you to assimilate in your eyes. The key drivers, as Sir has said, but I will add here that our focus, our business plan, our long-term plan is in sync with the country's growth plan. If you see this RDSS scheme, okay, where the revamping of the distribution sector is being taken up very strongly, almost 3 lakh crore was sanctioned, 1,50,000 crore has been already spent, balance is going on. We are there in the improvement of the grid and other things, and along with the renewable energy space. So our growth plan, our business plan, our thought process is totally synced with the India growth story, with the Make in India flavor. And this is basically, as I said, 3 P's, which are our standing blocks for the company: the process, the people, and the partners. That is how we not only take the company forward, we take our partners forward, which will also take you forward when you become a partner, when you join in our IPO. And as part of our growth, we carry our people all the time and to the end. These are the strategies, as I said, we are in sync, we are going to do. And as you all know, the potential in the electrical EPC sector, especially with this transmission as in renewable energy, is immense. So we are at the right spot at the right time, and we are not only willing, we are able. So we will take the forward utilizing the money that is coming from the IPO. 64 crore out of the IPO proceeds will be totally earmarked for the working capital enhancement and working capital growth, because that is what we need. And the balance will, of course, these are the figures that we do, and as Sir has explained. So we are not raising money to pay anybody. We are not raising money to restructure our debt. We are not raising money anything, because we don't have debt. We only have working capital facility. So these are which are rolling things. So entire money that we raise, whatever you contribute and become our partner, will be utilized towards the growth of us and growth of you. Thank you very much. That is the basically all that we can say. Here is some brief SWOT analysis. If you look at the weakness, this is the weakness which you're overcoming every day, because more tenders we quote, more tenders we win, our qualification goes up, and we go bigger and back bigger. So this is a weakness which you are now converting into a strength. Similarly, on the threat part, we take threats like an opportunity which we can convert and thereby grow properly. Thank you very much. Any questions now we can talk.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, please click on the Q&A tab on the panel and click on Raise Hand button. The operator will announce your name when it is your turn to ask a question. Please accept the prompt on your screen and unmute your microphone when proceeding with your question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Our first question comes from Rinku Shah. Please go ahead. Rinku Shah, you may proceed with your question. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
We
please
cannot
go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please click on the Q&A tab on the panel and click on Raise Hand button. We have a question from Khushi Parekh from Arihant. Please go ahead.
So just wanted to ask what's your strategy moving forward, and how are you planning to position everything uh, in this field?
Yeah, thank you, Khushi. Thank you for this question. See, as you said, strategy, we are having two different, one is product and one is EPC. To major, if we categorize, I'll say it is two categories. One is product. In these products, we have already started working with various state discoms. And today the volume is not big because the product is expensive as per Indian norms, but we have initiated a discussion with all the discoms, and majority of them has deployed our products on pilot basis, and more or less they are satisfied with the outcome. They see some kind of improvement in their revenues with the deployment of our products. And private discoms like Tata and all, they are already using. But now we have started discussion with various state bodies. State bodies have few have already agreed, and they have started incorporating these products, fault passage indicators, etc., in their system. Now we are in discussion with Government of India also. We are trying to convince them about the benefit of these products. And once they get convinced, the volume, the market volume will grow by 5 to 6 times of what it is today. And as I said, 50% of the market share is with us. So that brings a tremendous opportunity for us in terms of revenue from these products. Second is EPC. In EPC, one is electrical EPC and second is solar EPC. Electrical EPC, the tremendous opportunity is tremendous, huge. If we'll say the grid in India is incomplete, the rural household is yet to get a proper amount of electricity. Though we say that India is 100% electrified, but the electricity to a rural household is just for the namesake, in form of a bulb and a 5 ampere socket. But once they have tasted the electricity, they want more. So it is responsibility of government to revamp the entire grid. And when they are revamping, it is bringing a huge opportunity in front of us. Government of India has already sanctioned a very big scheme of RDSS for 3 lakh crores. Out of that 3 lakh crores, 1.5 lakh crores is already executed, and 1.5 lakh crores is going to be is at various stages. Somewhere tenders are under preparation, somewhere tenders have been floated, somewhere few contracts has been awarded also. So our strategy is that we should build up credentials and we should have resources to participate in majority of these tenders so that we can increase our revenue. From financial sides, definitely this IPO proceed is going to help us in scaling up, and the technical side. With time, we are growing. At the same time, we are exploring opportunities to make possibilities to make some kind of joint venture and then participate in such bigger tenders. So that is the strategy to increase revenue both in electrical and in solar. Solar, I think all of us know what kind of opportunity is there. Now in solar, I would like to further add our business in solar is not just in these ground mount EPC projects. That is just a minor portion of the solar business. Majorly, we are operating into rooftop solar, that too with government, where we get contract for government and we have to execute these projects. Like in Bihar, we have to install solar rooftop plant on 5,000 schools. And in that segment, because of the challenges in execution, the entry barrier are very high, competition is low, margins are better. So we are in solar, we are operating in an area where margins are comparatively better. So overall, if we'll see, if we are somehow we are able to scale up this business, capability is there. The other the financial thing is going to have, will be better by this after this IPO, and technical qualification day by day is increasing. So that is our strategy, how to get maximum business. And once those business are there, execution team is there, execution know-how, capability, expertise is there to convert it into revenue. That's the strategy we are having for EPC. And for products, I already said how we are going to increase the market.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir. And there's one more thing. What are your like margins for now, right now?
See, last year the PAT was 9.5%, Khushi.
Okay. All right. Thank you then.
Okay.
Thank you. Our next question comes from Saurabh Kumar from Agarwal Investment. Please go ahead.
So, thank you very much for detailed explanation. And my question here is, when there's tremendous opportunity available in the power EPC and solar EPC, why? What is the strategy or 5 years plan you have to move to a EPC business, which is slightly lower margin, and I mean, why not to tap the entire potential available in the solar and uh, yeah, EPC business. Why to get into this EPC business with a low margin, and why to diversify? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sort of. Actually, there was some background, noise. We couldn't go through your entire question, but what I could make out, your question is why we are diversifying into a low margin business. Am I correct?
Yes, when you have huge potential available in the solar EPC, this thing, electricity and transmission, why to get into EPC business?
Yes. See, electrical transmission and distribution, as compared to solar, it is better placed in, if we say, profit margins. Now, as I said, we have been working with state utilities, and these state utilities, the top people, they are responsible for running the power transmission and distribution of that state, as well as solar also. Now they identify who have been good performer in electrical T&D. So they insist that we should execute projects in solar also, because in solar they were facing certain challenges where they wanted some good agency to come and execute those projects. That was the reason why we ventured into solar. Now, once we ventured into solar, our solar projects is not like the conventional EPC business which others are doing. Majority of the EPC player in solar, if you say, they are either working for developers or working for ground mount projects which are of megawatt size. Now, in these kind of projects, margins are less. Whereas the projects which we are executing, these are scattered over entire state, entire districts, and here a specialized management skills are required to manage such scattered projects. Since we have got experience of managing such scattered projects in electrical transmission and distribution, that skills comes into play, and we are able to execute such projects with the ease and with good efficiency, which further improvises our margin. So our margin as compared to normal ground EPC in solar is better. Reason is it is scattered, it needs good skill, and number two, because it's a specialized thing, many people, many companies are not having expertise except few except few top notch companies. So that is the reason why we have entered, and we are again growing our business in solar EPC. And solar EPC is scattered EPC projects from government.
Understood. Thank you, sir. That was helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please click on the Q&A tab on the panel and click on the raise hand button. Participants, you may click on the raise hand button to ask a question. Participants who wish to ask questions may click on the Q&A tab on the panel and then click on the raise hand button.
So if there are no more questions, we can call it off.
So we do not have anyone in the queue at the moment.
Now,
There is,
okay.
yeah, sorry, sir, there is one last minute entry in the question queue. We have a question from Amit Tiwari from Flexus Enterprise. Please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Yeah. So, can I get the answer that what is the total revenue from the top five the clients of our company, and what is the diversification in in our clients?
Around 70% of business is contributed by
Five.
top five or top 5%? Top five customers.
So go back on the slide. Is there?
Do we have any plan to diversify it more so that there is a concentration is getting quite you know good on the top five client side?
Yes,
So if
sir. We have already, the the order book what we have shown of around 400, that comprises orders from around 7 to 8 states. Now, why there is a reason for this. Previously, the concentration. The reason was once we have made any entry in any utility or any particular state, our performance has been such that we have been getting repeat orders from them. And once repeat orders are there, we have got a good goodwill with the customer. We would always like to take benefit out of it. So we always prefer the states where we have got experience to go and execute the projects first. Say, so we have been wherever we have entered, we have been getting repeat orders. That's why concentration is there. Now, since we know we need to expand, we have started bidding in other states, and today from 7, 8 states we are having orders, and these orders, and there are other tenders which had been bid, which are under pipeline. And for this financial year results, if you'll see, you'll be having almost equal contribution from all the states. It's already in pipeline, sir. We have increased our footprints in all the northern and western states of the country.
got it, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Pankaj Khaitan, Chairman at Three Dimension Capital Services Limited, for closing comments.
Uh, thank you, coordinator, and thanks all the guests who have joined this virtual investors meeting along with the company promoter and the CEO of the company. I, on behalf of lead manager, thanks all of you for joining this investors meet, and would assure that company is in growing path, and it's the professionally managed company. Whatever is there, it is all books are clean. We did the due diligence for 1.5 years. It took around 1.5 years to file the DRHP before BSc. So we did a thorough due diligence in the company, in the process for the management audit and everything we did. After that, we have filed that DRHP. So let's join hands with the company to grow this company. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Sugs Lloyd Limited, that concludes today's session. Thank you for your participation. You may now click on the exit meeting to disconnect.
Thank you.
Thank you.